Yeah, sorry, people. I've been sneezing. Yeah, I'm using my shirt. Big whoop. Well done it. So, this episode, I'm pretty much just gonna try to, I'm gonna talk about a few dreams I've had. Not last night, but throughout the years. Well, and last night. last night. Last night first. I had a weird. Like, I only really remember the dreams, like, before I wake up. Like, it could be a few hours, or it could just be an hour I have them for. But whatever that last topic is of my dream, that's what I wake up remembering. And in the beginning, because in the beginning you kind of force your own dream. In the end, it's when it starts getting weird. I'm trying to remember this one. Basically, Peter walks up to this black lady. She's a little chunky, but she's trying not to sneeze, you know. And then he's like, "Why are you trying not to sneeze?" Like, and then she just spent her entire time trying not to sneeze. Then one day well, not one day, but then one moment she actually does sneeze. I don't know what Peter has to do with anything. Kind of makes me want to sneeze, you know, like you're allergic to him or something. Sorry, Seth MacFarlane, not sorry. But she said, "Damn, now I remember everything." Because she sneezes, whips her head back, and she hits the wall. She says, "Damn, now I remember everything." So that was weird. The setting was kind of just like a little plain old room with a window, like an actual. Had like an orange tinge, like a brownish orange, but it's like more orange. You know how like you turn on your light and it makes the room look orangish, kind of like a dark orange, not like solid orange, not like a bold orange. I mean like a light texture orange. I don't mean like freaking undercarriage lights for your car. I mean like it was kind of like a cream orange. Does that make sense? Like a cream orange. And it was like at like hospital lights where you know you just turn them on, but it's just like it's not bright. It's like just enough light, like old school lights when they still had the shades, man. Freaking before we just all got wall and ceiling ones. I mean, jeez. Well, ceiling ones, jeez. Uh, but like that's kind of like what it was like. It was like a regular ceiling. It was kind of like a little fan with the lights, you know, like the regular rounded ones. And then, you know, but it had like the little. But I didn't see that part. That's what I'm assuming. But imagine that type of brightness, but with like a little thing over it, and that was about the texture of the light. Well, that was about the brightness of the light. There was like a shade over it. In fact, I think there was one. But anyway, another dream I had. This one got me for the longest. It was something about Family Guy. I don't know. My brain just wants to jump to Family Guy. But it was Stewie and Brian, and they were walking home, and it's like, "All right, Brian, teleporter's down, but I have this weird GPS that tells us where we need to go." Really, you never say okay with me. I fucking hate the term okay. Never say okay. It's alright. Okay is such a kid term that say okay, okay, to brush you the fuck off because they don't give a fucking shit. Fucking hate that fucking word. Okay, motherfucking. If you say okay to me, I'm gonna fucking just. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna delete your fucking comment. If you say okay even once in your comment, I don't care how fucking long, how many hours you spent on it. I'll text you, "Hey man, re-edit that." If you don't do it in a day, fucking delete. Fucking hate that word. Fucking okay. I don't even know why I'm fucking saying it now. I don't even like fucking saying it to say I hate it. Fucking shit cunt word. Anyway. It's a rude. That's a. You don't use the term okay unless you want to ridicule someone, man. Like, that is what that term means to me. That is what that term has impacted me as. That is what that word is. Man, you can say fuck, you can say bitch, bastard, cunt, fuck, nut, cum dumpster even. Like freaking weird ass phrases like that shit. You know, bitch, motherfucker, use them together. Fucking out, crying out loud. Don't use that fucking word though. Don't even consider thinking about using. Don't even think about thinking about that fucking word. I never do until somebody fucking brings it up. But anyway. But it's Stewie and Brian, and they're walking through this. They hop this fence. It looks like a fence to a school playground or something. That's kind of like the setting. Yeah, I never saw a school. I just saw that fence. But that's kind of like what type of fence it is, like a shoddy ass fence. You know, I can't remember if they hopped over to crawl through it, but regardless, no, they were walking beside it. It didn't even show them doing anything actually. Just showed them walking up to a stump. And Stewie started carving it with a Swiss Army knife that he's known to have. Something about him and Swiss Army knives. But, basically he cuts it, and then it, like... You know how your brain kind of cuts frame? Or cut scenes? It's like, let's just skip this part, because we already know what's happening. It did that. Now there's no stump. And then Stewie's like, wow, Brian, we opened up a portal. And Brian's like, I don't think we should be hopping in there. Stewie leans in, yeah, you're right, Brian. Let's try to find another way, but he falls in. And Brian tries to grab him, but he falls in. Stewie falls on they fall down like Alice in Wonderland, man. But there's nothing creepy going on. It's just them falling down a hole. And they're like, when are we gonna fall? We're probably gonna die. And then they accept dying. They're like, yeah, we're gonna fucking die. But, I mean, and then, but Stewie's like, there's a portal, But, well, I don't know if that's what he says, but I would think, hey, it's a portal, so, if I die, it's gonna be after the fact, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be in that next realm I'm in. Well, it's supposed to be a portal home, I think. Well, they just said it was a portal. And, so Stewie falls. Brian falls on this ledge just at the edge of the dirt. And then this ice. And then a few feet. It's like a few feet. It's probably like 50 feet top. Not even 50 feet. Like 20 feet. Yeah, 20 feet tops. Because I'm trying to think of the comparison to Stewie to it. Stewie's like hardly a foot tall, I think. Maybe 2 feet. Maybe 2 feet. If that. Not even. No, he's a baby. He's not even a foot. Yeah, he's like a foot, yeah. Well, he's a big foot, actually, because you got to count his head. Total, you might have about 2 feet worth of person, if you measure up, and then if you measure out like that, you know what I'm saying? His head is like the length of his body. It's kind of gross, actually. But leave it. Don't change it. That's what we grew up with. Don't fucking go like Teen Titans and change it, Seth MacFarlane. If I figure out you've been changing shit like that. See, I appreciate you, Seth, because you just go out and make another movie. That other movie or TV show might be gay as fuck, but at least you're not shitting on your own fucking work. You're not fucking shitting on Family Guy like Teen Titans did. You're not shitting on Teen Titans. You're not shitting on Family Guy. You're just making another episode to... I want to do this, but I know that would kind of fuck up this, so I'm just going to make another one. You know what? Yeah, that would, like in that one episode where you have Peter do poopy face tomato nose or something. It's like, but what if it was a plum? No, sir, fuck off. I'm going to do this. I'll do another one with your idea, but I'm going to do this first. That's probably what Teen Titans did. They're like... But the thing is, they took it off air. If they left it on air and they still had Teen Titans Go, that'd be alright. That would be alright. But they didn't leave Teen Titans on air. They took it off entirely. Because they don't want people to actually understand fucking problems, man. That actually touched up on some real-ass issues. Not that fucking... I can understand the Teen Titans Go perspective. And it is relative to the original Teen Titans, but as far as graphics and definitely your generation, I'll admit it's not really so much stupefied. If anything, they touch up on more nasty issues that you really don't need your kids even thinking about at that age. Like, that's the thing. People who do too cartoony stuff, like breadwinners, they get away with a lot more than you think. Because nobody pays attention because, like, oh, this is some stupid ass shit. No, but the kids like it. And that's who we're trying to corrupt. I'm sure you're not trying to corrupt them. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of the issues you're probably touching up on, not what they really need to be learning about, dude. Like, I've watched some breadwinners. That's some shady stuff. I've watched, you know, I'd say, you know, take it off the air, not because it's fucking stupid as shit. Well, stupid as shit. I mean, I can't get into it. I just can't. You know, it's gotta be like Teen Titans or some shit. Like Tower Prep, man, that was the shit, man. Tower Prep. Oh man, I fucking watched every fucking episode except one, and that was the last one. They had the vial and the sock monkey. The dude was in the that place because he got caught with this vial. I forgot what it was that he hid in his sock monkey. And you know the dude with glass. He there was an episode where he was wanting to be a class president. He was Honest Gabe. He did the mind suasion thing. You know, he kind of altered his words so you would go for him. But it was like the X-Men, but with realistic powers, you know. I think his was called Hypersuade or something. But anyway, you know, and then there was Ian Archer, who was like, you could kind of see your moves before you do them a little bit. You know, like some Spider-Man shit. Ian Archer. Those are the same names, aren't they? Whoa. I think. No, one's Peter. Yeah, alright. They're different. But anyway, so Stewie's a few feet below Brian, which is like this ice part, and then it's solid ice all around, you know? It's like, say this is all dirt, and then it stops right here. This is ice. This whole thing is ice. This is about how big... This was the hole they fell, and this is about how big the ice was in comparison. The ice realm part. And, so Stewie's on the sledge, you know, he's about 20 feet up from the bottom, which is this giant hole. It's this black hole, and he says, Brian, I see something down there. Brian, it's the angel of death. And then you just see this black hole with this thing flying around, and all of a sudden, flame starts rising up from it, and then babies that look like Stewie. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of babies just crawling out. And then this angel's flying around, but you hear this voice that sounded like from the Ocean of Fear episode from Adventure Time. And all it said was, I'm going to squish you till you die. And Stewie falls in, you know. But it was that Ocean of Fear, and it even manifested as the Ocean of Fear figure, shadow figure itself. Not the angel of death. The angel fucking thing was just flying around, but, you know, this figure appears too. And then Stewie falls, and Brian tries to save him. He falls too. Fall in, and they fall on this table, but everything else is just... It kind of goes blank a little bit. I'm afraid if I try to explain the ending, it's going to be because I just now made it up, not because that's what happened. So I'm going to leave it there. And then, there was even one more, I swear. I had that one like 4 years ago, and I still remember that one, because it's like... I thought about that shit for a couple weeks, I like to think. Definitely days, I know that. Terrified the fuck out of me for some reason. Like, it didn't scare the fuck out of me, it's just like, what the fuck kind of dream was fucking that? Somebody like altering my dreams or some shit. So I'm like paranoid about, you know, who's around when I'm falling asleep. Man, I forgot. There was like 3 of them I wanted to explain. Shit. Man, there was 3 I wanted to go over. Shit. Oh yeah, there was one. There was this one. I talked about it before. You know how when you close your eyes, like, close your eyes like that, and then push your fingers over. Don't move your eyes. Don't do anything. Just close your eyes. Don't even tighten. Don't twitch at all. Just do that and stay there for like 2 hours. Good luck. You're not gonna make it 5 seconds. I promise you. But like if you stay there for at least, like a minute to 2 minutes, you'll see like a bright white circle come out. You know what I'm saying? If you got to, kind of do this. But you want to close your eyes tight so it's solid black, and then you're pushing against your eyes slightly, but you're trying not to a little bit. It's better if you don't too much, but you kind of have to. But what happened is I was closing my eyes normally. I didn't have my fingers over. And I saw that white circle just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then eventually I stayed there this time. Usually I kind of open my eyes because my eyes feel like they're drying out, even though they're closed, but you're still alert. It's like your eyes dry out. But it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I just managed to stay in. And then I go into the white. And then what happens is, next thing I know, I wake up in this woods, and it's like your stereotypical dark woods. Oh, it's horror, like it's probably about the lighting, but realistically, think about what it would have looked like to Dorothy and them in The Wizard of Oz going through the haunted woods or the haunted forest. But imagine that realistic, though. Imagine that realistic lighting, though. But it was about that texture, but with more leaves and shit. It was like real woods. It was just like springtime, midnight type lighting. Does that make sense? Like, you can still see clear as day, even though it's like, it could be 10 or 11 at night, but it's like, still bright as shit out. It's just nighttime. But I mean, it was dark though. Like, you're not seeing more than 4 feet in front of you. Well, maybe 10 feet at a time in front of you. You know what I'm saying? After that, it's solid black. But it's like, within your radius, you can see clear as day what you're looking at. So I'm running. I'm doing all this weird dolphin diving, fucking slide shit like you see in Call of Duty. I'm just sprinting like a motherfucker. From what? I don't know. I just know I'm sprinting. Then for a moment, I duck behind a tree, listen, then I go back to sprinting. But then I come across this giant house. I'm going to crudely draw it for y'all real quick. This is kind of what the house looked like. Now I'm just going to draw it crudely, so a lot of lines are going to overlap each other. My apologies. Now this isn't exactly what it looked like, but I'm missing a compound more with that. But this is like a little close to what it kind of looked like. Those were like windows. You know what I'm talking about. When I show you the outline, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's not how this looks. But it's like, it was like, it had like that roof going up, you know what I'm saying? And then it had those little other things branching out from the roof, you know what I'm saying? And those were like windows. You know what I'm saying, kind of? So like there's the wall, then there's the roof, but then there are those little other roofs that branch out, just so you kind of get a better idea. I don't think this is how the door was, but it's a little bit how that was. And there's like windows all over, it was like really heavily windowed. And there's a door. It was like one of those type houses, you know what I'm saying? And then, that's not at all what it looked like, but that, it was much longer. There's lights on. All the lights were on. And I'm just staring at it. I'm looking back, like, what the hell am I running from? Well, I'm thinking, what the hell am I running from in there? Because it's like, I'm looking at it from an omniscient point of view. I don't know what the hell's going on in my mind in the thing. Well, I mean, I'm in my head, I'm seeing out my eyes, I am there, but it's like my thought waves are, omniscient, if that makes any sense. My thought waves are omniscient, per se. Like, I picture my thoughts out here looking at me, but I'm looking at what I'm looking at. I'm over here. It's like I'm thinking about it in the real world, but in the dream, I just can't bring that reality thought that I'm thinking of to my subconscious person. Like, it's like you're trying to scream it at it. Like, I'm not screaming, I'm thinking it only. But just imagine trying to scream at you. We see it in movies all the time. You're trying to scream at you from afar. It's like that where your body leaves you. You know, it's what people feel on bath salts a lot of times. Like, they feel like they're watching themselves commit a crime, but really they're right there committing the crime. That's kind of like what this dream was like. Not me committing a crime, but, that feeling of being not a part of your body, but like you're still looking through your own eye. But instead of me looking at it from another perspective, I'm still looking at it from that first person perspective, but my thought wave is as if I'm over there thinking it. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of ends there. And it's like this big long house and all the lights are on. I walk to it. I don't go up to the door. I just run, stop, and I look at it like, and it's like everything zooms out. Like it zoomed in the beginning, like I described. Now it's like zooming out, but I'm not looking at white when I'm leaving. I'm just, whoa. It's like everything zooms out super fast, and right when you get in here, when you enter outer space from the, like right when you would hit the clouds, really, actually. When you, like, here's me, and then it's zooming out. Right when you would about to hit the clouds, I'm still looking at everything getting smaller and smaller. That's when it's like, black, open your eyes. Man, I'm awake. I don't know what any of those dreams mean, but all I know is after that one, I've been sneezing like crazy. Maybe because I was sneezing and that's altered my dream. I don't know. Night sneezes. I hope this was interesting. It certainly was for me each time I had these dreams. The last dream I told you about came first. Then it was that second dream I talked about with Brian and Stewie, and then that Peter and Black Lady one was just last night. Not tonight, last night. But I've had that woods dream before. It's weird. I don't know.